Good morning, Snipes Academy. It is Tuesday, February 16th. I'm Mr. Yates, and this is Snipes Daily News. All right, everybody, welcome back on this Tuesday. And look out. There's actually going to be sun today. So there should be a high of about 66 degrees, which is really pleasant, and it should be sunny outside. So, yeah, let's take advantage of that and go outside and do some stuff today, because who knows what the weather's going to be like in the future, because it's been so rainy lately. For this day in history, we're going to talk about Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan was actually born, his birthday is tomorrow, February 17th, but I'm not going to be here, and I really wanted to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it today. So one of the cooler things about Michael Jordan is that he actually grew up in Wilmington. So Michael Jordan was born on February 17th in 1963 in Brooklyn, New York. However, shortly after he was born, just a few years, his family moved to Wilmington. And he actually went to Laney High School. Isn't that crazy? So Michael Jordan started his incredible basketball career when he was a sophomore in high school. And actually, he was cut from the team. He was at Laney High School his sophomore year, and he was cut from the team because he wasn't good enough. I don't know all the facts around that, but clearly that was a dubious decision by the coach at best. Thankfully, the next year, they went ahead and kept him on the team, and he went on to play for the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, UNC. A fun fact about Michael Jordan's short career at UNC, and Duke fans are not going to like me for this, but the most points he ever scored against a single team was 159 points against Duke. In the 7 games he played against Duke University, he scored 19, 11, 32, 32, 18, 25, and 22. After playing for the Carolina Tar Heels and attending UNC, he then went on to play for the Chicago Bulls. Previous to Jordan joining the Chicago Bulls, they were sort of a mediocre team, but he would end up leading them to 6 NBA titles in as many seasons. Now, I could talk for hours about all of Michael Jordan's accomplishments in the NBA and after the NBA, but I will just go over a couple of his biggest accomplishments. First, obviously, he has 6 NBA titles from the same team, which I think no one else has done. Plenty of people have had more titles, and plenty of people have had more titles with other teams, but I think he has the most titles from a team. He also has a 100% title win rate because he played in 6 NBA titles and he won all 6 of them. He's also really famous for Air Jordans, Nike's shoe. If you've heard of Air Jordans, then that's who they're named after. They're named after Michael Jordan. So it's a pretty well-known brand, I think. Fun fact about the Jordan symbol is that it actually comes from a very famous dunk that Michael Jordan did during a slam dunk contest.
That's got to be a 50 ball. He took off just a little inside that free throw line, one hand and double clutch it. Magic Johnson gives him a nice 5 underneath the basket as he got out of the way. Let's watch this one again. This deserves a second look. Michael taking off. The patented tongue comes out just in front of that line. Look at this, the double clutch, the reach out.
So that's actually where the symbol on the shoe comes from. He played on the U.S. Olympics basketball team in both 1984 and 1992, both of which they won. The United States is by far the team with the most wins in basketball at the Olympics, for sure. Only a few times have we lost. I think 3 times legitimately to other countries, and 1 time in one we weren't participating in during the Cold War. Today, Michael Jordan is still in the basketball scene, and he is the current owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Michael Jordan also made history as becoming the first former basketball player to become a majority owner in a basketball team. In March 2010, Jordan became the majority owner of the Charlotte Bobcats after 4 years as the part of the team's ownership group and its managing member of basketball operations. I remember when the team was first called the Charlotte Hornets, and then it went away, and then it became the Bobcats, and just a few years ago it became the Hornets again, so I'm happy to see that. Today, Michael Jordan spends most of his time at his home in Jupiter, Florida, but he also owns homes in North Carolina too that he actually visits, and his old home in Chicago and a home he owns in Utah are both for sale right now. All told, Mr. Jordan is worth about $1.6 billion today, mostly earned from Nike, from the sale of the Nike Jordans, because he only earned about $90 million, only $90 million from playing basketball. So the rest of his wealth he definitely accumulated after playing in the NBA. And he's pretty widely considered the greatest basketball player of all time. So I know there are a lot of people out there who would say otherwise, but I kind of agree with that. I do think Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. Now, if you want to hear a little bit more about Michael Jordan, because again, you can see hours, I could talk hours about him. There are hundreds of videos of him playing basketball, of him talking about basketball on YouTube. And there's also a really great documentary called The Last Dance on Netflix, and I think you could probably find it or clips of it on YouTube as well. Now on to birthdays. So I apologize I missed Snipes Daily News yesterday. I was very late to work because I ran out of gas on the way to work, so shame on me. However, I'm not going to overlook those birthdays today. So yesterday, we had two birthdays. We had Emily Benitez in 4th grade, turning 10. And we had Kason Bowers in 2nd grade, turning 8. So if you see them, wish them a very belated happy birthday. But today we have two other birthdays as well. So we have Samaya Britton in 3rd grade. Samaya is turning 9. And we also have Aubrey Williams in 2nd grade, turning 8. So if you see them, any of those 4 people, make sure you wish them a very happy birthday. And that'll about do it for us today, guys. So make sure you do all your work tomorrow on your virtual day, and I will see you on Thursday. This is Snipes Daily News.